Night veils a street. Shadows cast eerie scene. Mark, drained and lost, seeks his Airbnb. Face showing fatigue. Night's chill. Mark's alone. Mark nears a derelict house. Mark's distraction hides decay. Mark pushes gate, steps in. Secrets await. Mark struggles with lockbox. Mark unlocks the door. Triumph. Mark stepped into the unknown. Wrong house. Twilight glow. Unsettling silence. Hello? Airbnb? He called out. Shadows, stillness, camera pans. Mark enters a wrong living room. Dust-covered antiques stand silent. Musty air. Mark felt unease. Wrong house. Rising unease. Hidden secrets. Shadows dance, revealing a portrait. His gaze fixates on a haunting portrait, its face obscured. Heightening the mystery, Mark creeps down a silent hall. Doors whispering secrets. Mark faced the door. Hesitant. Stifling silence. Unknown looms. Empty chair rocks eerily. Mark färd och chilling silence. Mark shuts the door. A wave of disquiet intensifying with each beat of his heart. In a moment of hesitation, Mark advances toward the next door, his hand quivering with trepidation as he approaches the knob. In a grimy bathroom with a shattered mirror, Mark's reflection reveals a haunting glimpse of something sinister lurking behind. Mark's eyes widen in terror as the fleeting image in the mirror hints at an unseen presence. The mirror, a fractured window to a terrifying truth, reflects a reality far more sinister than Mark could have imagined. Mark exits the bathroom, his heart pounding with a frantic rhythm that echoes in the silence. A fleeting glance back reveals nothing, yet the air remains thick with unspoken tension. He continues down the hallway, his footsteps barely audible against the backdrop of mounting unease. In a stark contrast to the rest of the house, a bedroom radiates an unsettling cleanliness, adorned with the innocent artwork of a child. The eerie stillness of the room is punctuated by the presence of a lone child's toy, a silent sentinel on the neatly made bed. In the silent, unfamiliar bedroom, Mark lifts a worn teddy bear, stirring a poignant mix of sadness and haunting recognition. He is consumed by a wave of conflicting emotions as softly whispers. He feels a pang of sadness and a strange sense of familiarity. His eyes reflect a deep, unspoken connection to the forgotten toy, as if unearthing a forgotten fragment of his past. Mark emerges from the bedroom, clutching the teddy bear tightly, a silent guardian in the unfamiliar space. At the hallway's end, a mysterious basement door beckons, hinting at secrets hidden beneath the surface. The basement door symbolizes an unknown depth. The basement stairs creak ominously, each step a descent into an abyss of chilling dampness. Mark cautiously makes his way down, each step echoing like a drumbeat in the oppressive silence. The air thickens with a palpable cold, hinting at the secrets hidden in the depths below. In the basement of the wrong house, darkness reigns, amidst a chaotic collection of forgotten relics. As a solitary bulb struggles to pierce the gloom, shadows dance like specters, twisting familiar shapes into menacing forms. The air hangs heavy with the scent of dust and decay, whispering tales of forgotten memories and hidden secrets. In the dimly lit basement of the wrong house, Mark's flashlight pierces the oppressive darkness, revealing secrets hidden in the shadows. Tucked away in a forgotten corner, a small wooden chest lies dormant, hinting at untold stories and hidden treasures. In the dim basement of the wrong house, Mark cautiously opens an old wooden chest. Within the chest, nestled among faded fabrics, lies a collection of old photographs. Mark is struck by the uncanny resemblance between the young boy in the photographs and himself. In the dimly lit basement of the wrong house, Mark's confusion intensifies as he pores over the mysterious photographs. The background of the photographs eerily mirrors the very house he stands in, deepening the enigma. A chilling realization dawns as the unsettling truth begins to surface, blurring the line between reality and illusion. In the basement of the wrong house, Mark stumbles upon a weathered chest, its secrets veiled in shadows. With bated breath, Mark heaves open the chest, unveiling a hidden diary nestled among forgotten garments. The brittle paper crinkles beneath Mark's touch as he lifts the diary, its contents promising a glimpse into a troubled past. As Mark begins to read, the chilling words leap from the page, revealing a narrative of unsettling innocence. In the basement of the wrong house, dust motes swirl in the moonlight, illuminating forgotten furniture and cobwebs as the scent of mildew fills the air. A weathered diary lies open on a rickety table, its frantic handwriting hinting at a boy's torment and the ever-present shadowy figure. The diary entries reveal the boy's haunting nightmares and the constant presence of a shadowy figure, deepening the mystery of the wrong house. In the bowels of the wrong house, Mark is hunched over a dusty leather-bound journal, and its pages whisper tales of long-forgotten fears. The journal reveals the boy's terror of the basement and the lurking monster within. In the basement of the wrong house, Mark is suddenly paralyzed by an eerie scraping sound emerging from the darkness. His heart pounds in his chest, a frantic drumbeat against the encroaching silence. In the basement of the wrong house, Mark's flashlight pierces the blackness, revealing only emptiness. An unsettling scraping intensifies, amplifying the dread in the silent basement. The scraping sound grows louder, filling the silent basement with a creeping sense of dread. In the sinister depths of the wrong house's basement, a tall, gaunt figure materializes from the shadows. The figure's glowing eyes pierce the darkness, instilling primal fear. Mark's scream shatters the silence as the flashlight clatters to the floor, plunging him into deeper terror. In the dimly lit basement of the wrong house, Mark desperately tries to flee from an unseen terror, his every step echoing with dread. In a moment of sheer panic, Mark's escape is thwarted as he trips over a forgotten box, sending him crashing to the cold, hard ground. In the basement of the wrong house, a looming figure casts a long, ominous shadow, swallowing Mark whole in its darkness. Mark's world turns upside down as he stares into the grotesque reflection of himself, a twisted nightmare materializing before his very eyes. The figure is revealed to be Mark's own face, but contorted into a horrifying visage. In the basement of the wrong house, dust motes dance, illuminated by a solitary moonbeam, as the air is thick with the musty scent of mildew and regret. A mysterious figure emerges from the shadows, their voice echoing with the chilling words, "You can't escape your past." The basement's gloom intensifies as the weight of the unspoken threat hangs heavy in the air, a haunting reminder of inescapable truths. In the basement of the wrong house, Mark's eyes widen in horror as a grotesque figure begins to materialize before him. The shimmering form sharpens, revealing itself as a horrifying manifestation of Mark's deepest, repressed childhood trauma. The crushing weight of realization slams into Mark as he understands the true nature of the horror before him. Peeling wallpaper and oppressive dampness reveal the house to be a terrifying reflection of Mark's fractured mind. The flickering light bulb casts dancing shadows that emphasize the nightmarish landscape of Mark's psyche. In the dimly lit basement, Mark stands firm as he confronts the spectral figure, his voice a mix of trepidation and resolve. With raw honesty, Mark acknowledges his past mistakes and the lingering fears that have haunted him, his words echoing in the confined space. As Mark speaks his truth, the spectral figure begins to fade, its form flickering like a dying flame, its power visibly diminishing in the face of honesty. The basement undergoes a metamorphosis as its menacing aura dissipates, replaced by a comforting familiarity. The oppressive shadows retreat, yielding to a newfound warmth that envelops the space. The shift in atmosphere suggests a hidden story, buried beneath layers of fear and misconception. In a stark and unexpected twist, Mark is left standing in an immaculate basement, the once present chest and diary, now vanished without a trace. The room whispers of secrets untold. As the silence amplifies the sudden absence of the chest and diary, Mark's growing unease is palpable as he scans the room, trying to decipher the mystery surrounding him. Mark ascends the basement stairs, a profound sense of peace washing over him after years of turmoil. Each step carries him further from the darkness below, embracing a newfound serenity. Reaching the top, he emerges into a world reborn, leaving behind the burdens of yesterday. Mark retreats down the hallway, his footsteps now a mere whisper in the dwelling. The doors, once guardians of dread, now stand silent and unremarkable. The very air seems to lighten, the house shedding its alien guise, as if breathing a collective sigh of relief. In the bedroom of the wrong house, Mark's actions reveal a softening demeanor as he gently returns the teddy bear to its place on the bed. A genuine smile, a rare glimpse of sincerity, spreads across Mark's face, betraying the complex emotions hidden beneath his guarded exterior. Mark, poised to depart, casts one final glance at the house, a silent farewell hanging in the air. A lingering look back, filled with unspoken emotions, echoes through the unfamiliar foyer. The house stands silent, its secrets guarded, as Mark prepares to step back into the unknown. Mark emerges from the house, the door closing softly behind him, a palpable sense of relief washing over him. He breathes deeply, the air filled with the promise of a new beginning. The world around him seems brighter, the weight of his burdens finally lifted. On a tranquil suburban street, Mark's mounting frustration crescendos as he realizes a disheartening error. His hopes dashed, Mark confronts the stark reality. He's at the wrong address. On a serene suburban street, Mark spots a modern Airbnb, a beacon of contemporary design amidst the neighborhood's tranquility. The Airbnb exudes an air of sleek sophistication, its pristine facade hinting at comfort and style. Mark steps into the Airbnb, a wave of relief washing over him as he finds solace in its clean and inviting space. The Airbnb stands as a haven of comfort, precisely aligning with the expectations of its weary traveler. Mark lies awake in the stillness of the Airbnb bedroom, sleep offering no escape from his unease. A knot of unease tightens in Mark's stomach, amplifying the unsettling feeling that he remains trapped in the wrong house. The voice of cuts through the silence. He can't shake the feeling that he's still in the wrong house. In the dimly lit Airbnb bedroom, Mark seeks solace in sleep, only to be haunted by a shadowy specter lurking in the darkness. The tranquility shatters as a nightmarish figure resurfaces behind his eyelids, plunging Mark into a cold sweat. Awakening with a gasp, Mark shatters the silence with ragged breaths, his body slick with a sheen of cold sweat. Mark rises from his slumber, drawn by an unseen force to the living room's edge. He gazes out the window, his eyes searching the silent, dark street below, as if seeking answers in the night's embrace. The street stretches into the distance, its secrets guarded by the veil of night. Under the cloak of night, a dilapidated house looms across the suburban street, its darkness hinting at untold secrets. Mark's gaze pierces the veil of darkness, his eyes tracing the haunting outline of the forsaken dwelling. A mysterious allure draws Mark back, the living room bathed in shadows seeming to whisper his name. A chilling certainty washes over Mark, solidifying his resolve to confront the unknown within those walls. In the quiet of the night, every corner of the room holds a secret, every shadow a potential revelation. Unsuspecting, Mark strides across the street, unknowingly setting foot on a path of mistaken identity. He breaches the threshold of the wrong house, each step sealing a fate woven with unforeseen consequences. The door swings open, and Mark steps inside, unaware that he is crossing into a world not meant for him. In the foyer of the wrong house, a ghostly stillness reigns, dust motes waltzing in the air. The house stands frozen in time, each detail a haunting echo of what once was. An unbearable silence hangs heavy, amplifying the sense of desolation and abandonment. In the depths of the wrong house, Mark descends into the basement, his resolve hardening with each step. Mark's determination echoes in the silence as he prepares to do what must be done. In the dimly lit basement of the wrong house, Mark stands firm, fear replaced by an unsettling resolve. The air crackles with anticipation as Mark prepares to confront the unknown figure lurking in the shadows. Silence descends as Mark steels himself for the impending confrontation, no longer cowering, but ready. In the basement of the wrong house, a diminished figure emerges, a mere echo of its previous formidable self. The once imposing presence is now reduced to a fleeting shadow, barely clinging to existence. The basement's darkness seems to consume the figure, symbolizing its fading power and imminent demise. In the labyrinthine basement of the wrong house, Mark steels himself for a final confrontation with the lurking entity. In a surge of willpower, Mark seizes control, his gaze piercing through the darkness as he prepares to banish the tormenting figure from his psyche. With unwavering resolve, Mark commands the entity's departure, severing its hold on his mind and extinguishing its presence forever. In the eerie silence, the mysterious figure vanishes entirely, leaving an unsettling emptiness in its wake. Suddenly, the cold, damp basement is flooded with an unexpected light and warmth, turning the space into an inviting haven. The once dreaded basement now radiates a comforting embrace, promising solace and security. In the dimly lit basement of the wrong house, a smile creeps across Mark's face, signaling his liberation from the shackles of the past. In the foyer of the wrong house, Mark's final departure echoes with unspoken goodbyes. The door closes, sealing off a chapter filled with unexpected turns and silent farewells. Mark walks away, his figure receding into the distance, each step heavy with unsaid words and unresolved emotions. Mark returns to the Airbnb, the weight of the day settling upon him as he seeks refuge in the quiet solitude of his temporary sanctuary. In the hushed stillness of the room, exhaustion overtakes him, pulling him swiftly into the embrace of sleep. He succumbs to the silent depths of slumber. In the gentle embrace of dawn, Mark awakens, a sense of profound renewal washing over him as the haunting nightmares recede into the shadows. A sense of calm washes over Mark as he realizes the nightmares have vanished into the ether. The weight of his past lifts, replaced by a lightness of being as he opens his eyes to a new day. Mark departs from the Airbnb, leaving behind a chapter of his life. As he drives away, a lingering look back betrays a moment of reflection, a silent farewell to what once was. The car symbolizes a journey forward, a silent promise to leave the past in the rearview mirror. The dilapidated house vanishes, leaving behind an empty lot consumed by wild overgrowth. Nature reclaims its territory, painting a desolate portrait where life once thrived. Silence echoes where laughter and memories used to resonate, a stark reminder of time's relentless march. Under the vast, open sky, Mark cruises down the highway, the sun's golden touch painting his face with the promise of a new beginning. In the heart of his solitude, he is finally free to move on with his life, leaving behind the shadows of yesterday. As dusk descends on Sunset Beach, Mark strolls along the shore, his peaceful smile reflecting a serene acceptance. The camera reveals the world's breathtaking beauty, the ocean reflecting the sky's fiery hues. As Mark becomes a small figure in the grand tableau of nature, a sense of completion washes over the scene.